Poor man shield's better than most carries because he is stealing those stats. And early on, losing your HP. Poor man shield's better than most carries because he is stealing those stats. And early on, losing your HP. Oh, that's a big first blood just because of that TP forced as well.
And then again, Jabs coming out from the invis with that flame gun.
Oh, that's a big first blood just because of that TP forced as well.
And then again, Jabs coming out from the invis with that flame gun. Mind controls suffered with that play, but it worked out for the Abaddon. Ice back to base safely.
Yeah, talk about how important this lane stage will be for Faceless, and at least the lanes themselves have proven to be very stable for them fighting a first blood, not really succumbing to any early slaughter rotations, so has led to a good start for them. Magnus already feeling like he needs to rotate into the jungle, and it does mean they're going to farm more like Magnus, get some levels and XP there. And then, wow, GH.
That mid lane, GH playing on the very edge. Does have that fairy fire that he can slightly rely on. And Bolt just making his way out. Looks like he's going to shrine up as well with Kuro.
Both players will go through their shrines early on here, but that's fine. That's what they're there for. And a cigar, GH. Probably what he was doing there.
Looking at the two lanes at the moment, both getting pretty good fun. Timmerman 17 for 2, Black 19 for 4.
Yep.
Difference in the off-laner situation, of course, being Ice. Indeed did find and just a better time. He's getting farm himself up there.
Yeah, it's just uncontested experience from the lane. He hasn't been fully out of this lane one bit, level 3.5 or so. Early phase boots coming likely for him, so this has been a very, very effective start for him, whereas Magnus going down, being forced back in the jungle. And it's just the worst thing. When you die as an offlaner in that position while you're trying to TP out, it sucks because you can't TP to lane. So that lane pushes to your tower and you just miss like 8 creeps worth of experience. We saw it in an earlier game as well. You make that walk of shame. The Slaughter TP's there, so it's at least not wasted XP.
So look at this Ice trying to set up for the bait as XY comes running in with a 2-man boulder pass. Kuroki up for the man below. Kuro down. But Tumba looking for a killer and will take down Ice. Same time down, but a Miracle managed to get close in personal, taking down Nuts still. Lane the chase continues, but they don't have anything else to throw in under the town. Tumba will survive, but he is going to have to take that long trek back to base.
Ends up, if not for Matu getting so low and having to lift the lane, it probably would have been a bad one for one trade with Lifestealer getting a solo kill, but considering he's now out of the lane, I guess Disruptor's now. Disruptor alone is actually vulnerable.
Look, it's a great effect. Will immediately glimpse back the Earth Spirit, but Ice stick in Disruptor's face and make sure that they are able to take down Kuroki. XY already make a crucial play that his team needs him to.
Probably not the hero you wanted to glimpse back there, but you're getting died. You got to glimpse something, and Kuro goes down. Jabs now kind of with free control over this mid lane, as it seems Yaga's going to pull back, try and use the jungle as well as the lane as much as possible. Jabs, your best thing here is to try and shift the lane, keep pressure onto the tower, keep GH honest, keep him in the lane so he's not just farming away in the jungle and also getting the lane. Make it so that if he goes in the jungle, he's going to miss CS in the mid lane.
I mean, we've seen XY pulling off these successful rotations. I mean, can we expect to see Kuro starting to get a little active, or is it only Miracle that could move? Does Kuroki have staying in Timmerman?
Doesn't seem likely. That's nice.
In trouble. Timmerman just straight up diving the tower. Ice will look for the Dukes, can pull them off. He's trying to make his way around the tree, but the Thunder Strike. And also Miracle came around just in case he was required. The Kuroki and Timmerman having enough tools to take down Ice as he was getting a little bit greedy, hanging around in lane on a very low health.
And using the shield and showing he had no mana. When you've been shielded, open wounds can come out. So even though he's happy to go on you without.
Once again, it's smoke up from the boys on Faceless to set up an attempt on the life of Mind Control. Does still have this trap. And with the mash the roll already used, he'll be able to get himself out away. Just a little too tanky there for the two supports to deal with.
It's kind of even things up over the offlaners. Those deaths on Ice has made things a bit more even, but can see kind of the pressure on the carries leading Slark having a bit more fun and life steal, but still very even early game. And I think that's where you're happy if you're Liquid. You're playing the Naga strat. You've got the Slider life stealer bombs coming late. You've got plenty of strong mid-game tools.
Bottom lane. Wrap around from Black. Different ways to set it up. XY could be in trouble though. Mind control. They're going to find a kill in return, but the skill so he's do so. One more touch will do it. No, the stick charges keep XY alive. In fact, he's going to be able to roll himself away into the hands of GH. GH looking to finish off the kill. He's going to try for the deny. It's not going to work, XY, so they will get him in the end.
And Miracle got a kill on the Crystal Maiden. Miracle TP'd in, ignored what was going on to the north, found the CM kill. So 2 support kills in return. Good response from Liquid, punishing the die. All it was for a disruptor. So, while it's nice for Black to kill for him and his team, it doesn't really amount to a huge gain or win for Faceless.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Jabs continuing to try and force the pressure in. Kuro's there to pick up the levels.
Straight travels, no veil, kind of suggesting more late game oriented play. And also just wanting that global ganking option, but Veil's one of those games where if you're thinking you win, you go for it, but...
Bottom lane, Mind Control and Miracle coming in, looking for nuts for the rotation from Black and XY in response, looking to find something, and then in fact they're going to get Miracle by the looks of it. No, the Storm, the Crush holds him back. Miracle will be fine, Nuts still being chased down. Can Black pick up the kill in return? Mind Control has the skewer. They're going to be able to hit a smash or such. They've got the smash available. He'll try for the shot, but Mind Control just to get himself out. Black continues to try and close, goes for a pounce, won't make it.
So
Mind Control, yeah, get himself back to safety. They're going to be able to hit a smash or such. They've got the smash available. He'll try for the shot, but
still had a very successful early game here on the Ember. He is level 8, so this is where you'd hope for Jabs to perhaps get active in the side lane, but I think Jabs is telling his team, I'm waiting for a good rune. This is where rune control can be very important. A haste or an invis, haste particularly on an Ember Spirit can open up around the map. He doesn't want to leave this lane knowing that there's a Naga free farming. If you start playing too gank heavy, Naga's going to pull out on farm, never look back. So Jabs has prioritized his own farm over rotating so far, but potentially can change with a key rune, can potentially change with the boots of travel. But now there's just nothing Faceless can do to contest the Naga's farm in that jungle and in that mid lane.
Another rotation here from Faceless as they group up. Is going to be able to find Miracle. Let's see if he can get himself away this time, and it doesn't look like he can. But the stun control that Faceless have, this time they'll be able to punish Miracle's rotation.
Still not a case being made by Miracle, and he's still got the basic guide, despite like how active and present he's been in that kind of dire areas, but just the raindrops, the tranquils. He hasn't started towards his blink, but we're going to reach a point where he'll be given a lane. Martu may head to the jungle, Slider can take over that safe lane, perhaps around that armlet timing, so not the easiest lane to take over. Dealing with an Abat is pretty miserable, but we're seeing Faceless basically take the approach that they're going to fight the Naga Siren Greed with mostly their own greed.
I mean, I was seeing when Mind Control was ahead, there was a smoke up obviously for Faceless in that mid lane. Mind Control, up he's just picked up an Invis rune as well.
That's
I mean, if he comes here for the counter play, but it looks like Miracle's going to play head on as the smoke straight into the Slider. They'll get Miracle. Second time in quick succession, pretty much.
Skewering the tower.
Can he do something big? He's going to go straight for Jazz.
Oh my God.
I mean, on the plus, he's going to get out. No.
What? Okay.
He did get glimpsed. A little weird because he was standing still. He was like, hang on. He got glimpsed. He got glimpsed on spot. I was like, hang on. TP?
TP low.
But there we have it. They got the gun on the left. In fact, top lane as well. Matuma Man backing up, and XY's on the sidelines.
He needs an infest.
Oh, there we have it.
Oh, that was barely in time. XY tried to silence him.
So close. And Matuma Man survives, and of course, I mean, it's not the nicest of lanes to farm him, but he's still hitting the creeps and he's getting the solo XP there.
Yep.
So I don't think Matuma Man will be too annoyed with that. This laning stage is gone.
Should feel pretty good, yeah. Baden, one of the more annoying offlaners to deal with. You just can't zone him with like 2 heroes most of the time. And see Miracle moving around the map, on the bottom side of the map in the enemy jungle, so he's kind of stabilized. This is the stage of the game where I feel like Liquid might try and prioritize that Slider blink a bit more. Alternatively, they may just be like, hey, who cares about Slider's blink time? We got a Naga free farming, let's just have Miracle keep running at them. We can get a 20-minute blink and we don't care. But you really need to be able to enable your lifesteal, and I feel like one the blink dagger. So not the slider blink, prioritize the Magus blink. Get a blink online, start doing fest bombs, and then you can create more space for your Naga. Open up the map, take towers. Any towers you take pushes the lanes, gets you access to the enemy jungle, makes there just a lot more resources and farm on the map, and Naga can pull even further ahead.
And top lane again, size going in onto man. Miracle is there. They're going to look to turn, but his face is here with the response. Not quick enough though. They lose the Abaddon. Liquid again, getting away with these players at top now and the killing spree. Got Armlet done as well. He's going to get harder and harder for faces to punish.
It's a very, very annoying hero to verse the offlane because how tanky he is, and that like suits Ice, but don't feel like he's played all over Abaddon because he's died now 3-4 times. It has been a bit of a rough lane for him with these rotations coming in, and Martu getting these kills to him. These are getting Martu a lot of farm, and Abaddon is still farm. Like Ice is not just dying and getting nothing out of the lane. He's getting good farm out of the lane. He's farming Magnus, but it's more the fact that he's accelerating Martu's progression. He hasn't got an ultimate.
So this man is in a lot of trouble. Let's see. Walking through by Ice indeed getting chased down. Duke it after the tree line, and now Tumberman could be in trouble, Jabs.
Yeah.
Looking to hunt him down here. And with the burst there of the influence, bringing him low, but Tumberman got to get himself out of range and go off with the armlet toggling. And it looks like he might just save it. Unable to chase on him, but Tumberman getting away with this play.
It looked like he missed the Searing Chain slight combo there, which is a bit unfortunate. Hard to hit him on a single target in fog, but something you'd expect Abs to land. And faceless, making room though. Black wanting this tower. This will get him very close to the Shadow Blade, but need to really respect the Disrupt ultimate. It looks like the ping's coming suggests faceless are not going to die for this tower. Wait, group. They've got the vision there with the ward, and they're not going to play around it. Really good Radiant vision here at the bottom tower in the enemy jungle, so they can see the Naga farming. They can also see and protect the Slack in the safe lane, and also have vision around the mid lane. Like every kind of key spot currently is wooded for them.
And it certainly feels like this Naga. I mean, there's something needs to be done more than just watching him, as GH is very close to the relic, top of the net worth, and it's not going to get any better for Faceless if they're unable to stop him at this stage.
Perhaps just banking on this, the ability to scale themselves. They've got 3 cores that scale well to the late game. Ember thrust the boots of travel, so as mentioned, this is a less of a fighting build. The Veil, like Veil is like, you want to fight now, you want to really do a ton of damage, but can they get Miracle?
Again,
they know he's likely alone up here. This is the stage of the game where you're like, all right, Liquid are sending their full position to take the safe lane to get his blink. Let's punish this.
Effects might get the connection, which indeed he can. They should be able to find this one. Miracle has one's crushed to hold them, but here we have to follow through with Jabs. And again, they will find the kill. And they'll turn into this Seer push as well, especially with Black turning up as well in the neighborhood. Getting closer and closer to that Shadow Blade.
Good call from Black. Get out of that safe lane. Your team are making an aggressive move up top. Bottom lane is not safe for you. You're going to get more farm in your jungle. Even go for that tower. His team doesn't need him, so he's in the jungle. They get the tower without him, and that Shadow Blade will come up very fast as a result. It does feel like for Liquid, they've been somewhat restricted in their options because these blinks come out fairly slow. They're going to have one now on the Magnus for that tower. It's not terrible timing, 15-minute blink dagger, but Lifestealer hasn't been able to get kills outside of the lane. Like, he's been able to kill Ice through some great individual play using just the early phase boots movement speed, but hasn't been able to actually go for any infest. You have an infest target until it blinks online, and that's going to only happen now. So we'll see if Martu can get active in the other lanes.
Boy, Matu's just seen himself a Crystal Maiden. Oh, yeah. Come here, little lady. The Ice there to protect him. No, sir. Get away from my maiden. But Tumberman does not listen. Brings him down and into the creep he goes for the free ride co.
Can they deny them?
Got to be careful though, FL. Liquid have mind control with that blink and RP. Where Tumberman? He's already out. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, he took control, and in fact, whoa, there we go with the turnaround. Straight in onto XY. Will be protected.
Rage is down though.
Gotta be careful. Miracle as well, ready for the fight. Black with the Shadow Blade, looking to try and lead in onto one of the backline as well. The easier kills. Looks towards Kuroki, takes down the Disruptor, but the Static Storm's there into the crush. They're managing to control Black here, pin him down low. Again, he's still got the Shadow Dance, continuing to fight. Song's there to stop it all though.
That was going to be a big CM ultimate. Luckily, the song was up. Otherwise,
it's a good job. Yeah, GH turning up there pretty much saved that from being an absolute disaster for Liquid.
That CM ult was going to clean up, and Martu really pushing his hero to the limits there. Getting a lot of damage done, wasting a lot of spells, and really good job infesting in his creep, and his team completely left him. Like the Slatter sprinting away, the Magnus is blinking out of there. Either of those heroes gets caught in a Searing Chains or in a Boulder for Earth Spirit, it's very bad because the only way they can save, and kind of keep them protected while infested is by having those heroes alive, and well, things will settle down now. GH may not be involved in too many kills, but or doing much damage, but that indeed your job as a Naga Siren at this point.
Mid lane, well, the smash will connect onto Matuma with the chains, bringing him down low. That's that on it. And of course, full backup for Liquid. Mind control still with the RP. If Faceless are going to want to try and come forward with Black. Potentially waiting to go for a counter initiation if Liquid do go for some sort of jump. As he hides the Shadow Blade. Mind control, letting himself be good. And see, will alert Faceless to his presence. And just trying to stop this pressure coming out. And it is just creating more and more space for GH.
And like I said, even though they're going for these occasional moves, these smoke rotations, the overall big picture game plan is to go greed if you're Faceless. You've got the Boots of Travel, Russian Ember, the Radiance, Midas from your Abaddon. Slack is probably one of the heroes that maybe doesn't power farm, but still play, you're still going to scale well into the late game and just look for pickoffs on supports, look to just jungle it up with DAC. So we're going to see a fun game out of Faceless. 3 scaling cores. We're just going to accept the fact that they're going to get a very farm Naga on the other side. Lifesteal's a hero that doesn't necessarily scale amazing well the late game. I say that hesitantly because he's got Empower and he's got a Slider to enable him.
For sure, yeah, Empower is
I think he's going to scale all right. Even though it's a hero that typically gets kited, but he does struggle against heroes like Slack, Ember, these mobile cores, even heroes like Abaddon, because he just ulties. You can't actually, none of these cores are good Lifestealer targets.
Mid lane, mind control. Is he going to find the skewer back? Anti-Size does have some backup coming through, but Matuma will go for the chase down. And there's the glitch. Reposition, Anti-Size, make sure they get the kill. Nice static storm as well from Kuroki, just to make sure there's no reaction possible from Faceless.
It was looking like a potential turnaround if they don't silence the back lines, but Ember split to the top. Not going for any kind of a blink RP, didn't have backup there, jabs. Gonna go back for the Veil now. At least he's queued it up. Interesting little choice. Prioritizing the travels for. Has managed to make some use out of them. Finding those picks around the sides. And we'll see if he comes to that. There we go. He's going to buy the full Veil. As it stands, Faceless able to continue to make some moves with this Shadow Blade.
Just really trying to make the play around this area where they have their own sentry.
Yeah, he knows it's can't be warded because of that. He won't be running into a sentry there. But if he goes any further underneath the tower or but he will be running into various sentries that poor Kuro is going to continue by this game. He gets the GPM talent. You got it.
You got it if you get hammer, yeah.
I mean, I think you get it every game. The 100 pass range is not enough to justify. Blizzard already has 800. What's another 100? That's nothing. That's worth hitting. But hopefully the 60 GPM will pay for his sentries this game because he is going to have to buy a lot.
Let's see what they can find with this. Miracle just picked up the Blink Dagger. Ready to go for a big reveal. XY, the closest at the moment, the scam will hit. Liquid know that they're on the right course.
Naga illusion expires, so they'd love to get a core, but you take the support kills as well.
Ember, jabs would be a perfect pick here, and there we have straight in with the leading and the execution. Liquid get exactly what they came for.
Nice. Quick kill, get out. Easy peasy, and Liquid, while that's going on, Naga farming.
It's starting to look scary, the climb, already reaching nearly 2k ahead of Black Slark. And at this pace, with this sort of momentum from both sides, that gap is certainly only going to increase unless Black can start himself involved and find those pickoffs. We saw him earlier, he's going to sit around mid, he's back to the farm, trying to take what he can from Liquid's half of the jungle, so we can have that Echo Saber complete. And a little bit more sustainability in these team fight. Putting some pressure onto this tier 2 up top, Faceless. Liquid yet to look for any sort of an answer to it, and in fact, looks like they'll just let this one go to Faceless.
It's the vision factor. They want to fight around their wall, not around your opponents. You know that Faceless have taken over your jungle, which means you also know they've gotten wards down, and finding where there's that cliff ward at top is just a recipe for disaster. Slash easily in the declines. Ember can easily find ways to initiate on support, so just not a fight you're interested in. It's a losing battle, even with the pick on the Ember. Ember's got multi he's up there. It's a 5v5.
There we have it. Echo Saber. Faceless, they really want to make something happen with this Slark in the action.
Yep. Yeah, now they pushed out that top lane. They're not going to get any more up there. Black's returned. And
He's got to be so careful then. I mean, Miracle's catch,
Yeah.
Static Storm, RP, having to play around these two huge AoE ultimates that can cause absolute havoc for him. And Black now with the chase down, take down Rookie first. Could be big, the sentry will be dropped. Did get the dart pack up, but he's, oh no, will manage to make his way out. Shadowknight is there, turns towards Mathuma Man, and Jabs jumps across in and out as well, looking to keep mind control on the back middle. They'll bring down Mathuma Man, Miracle in response gets XY, but Jabs wraps around, they take it to the hit 3. GH couldn't quite get close enough to stop the slaughter, as Faceless will find 3. Black just time able to kick that fight off before Liquid had the full chance to turn it around and get the initiation himself, which they were so close to, with Kuro heading up to the high ground and trying to put that sentry down.
That's great play from Black.
Yeah.
He just goes in.
And getting out of the field with that dart pack. Just
Very
over the edge,
quick
over the edge of the field,
yeah. Make sure he escapes it so we can get the ulti off, and then he comes back in. And Earth Spirit doing everything he can to help out, throws the Magnetize on the Lysil. I'm not sure that was needed to get the kill, but guarantees that. Again, the potential armlet toggles you all the damage you can get.
Oh, and a GH kill would be perfect for Faces if they can find it. Bolt smash to set up. You can already see Miracle making his way down here. He knows that they need to save this Naga Siren. GH, very long mana. Black as well, ready for the cleanup. Straight in onto the Naga Siren. Jabs will get himself out safely. Miracle has no lifestealer with him until now, but Mathuma are ready to gear up. Looks to play a combo, and they will find one at least straight in, and Jabs is out. Black ready to turn once again, does have Shadow Dance available. Black very happy to fight at this point of the game. Eyesight is there as well with backup if required. Black straight in, the Shadow Dance was off just in time for the RP. It doesn't matter.
Well, the position, the freezing field, very good as well from Nuts. Doesn't look like a TP cancel though. Nuts has been really on point with his positioning. Every time I see everything from him out, I'm very impressed with how he forces a song, he gets off a lot of damage, and, well, Black again continuing to be that very active present carry with how farmed he is.
And he's looking for more. I mean, that fight, again, it could have been more messy for Liquid if Kuro wasn't able to hold back the two of them with that Static Storm.
This is a tough Black game too, playing against Agnes, Slaughter, Disruptor, and he has made it work.
I mean, where does he go next with his arms? Do we expect to see a BKB? Is it with getting the silver edge, you feel?
I want the BKB for sure. I don't know if it's his next item, but you definitely need BKB this game. It's always a matter of when. Do you want to get it early and go down 5-second BKB? I feel like having a short BKB isn't going to be a big problem this game. You just want BKB to get out of Static Storm and make it so that you can fight more aggressively into your opponents. But silver edge first, get some more stats. Liquid in the Roche pit, they go. A lot of vision around this area.
Yeah, they should be certainly aware, and indeed they are. TPs across are coming.
It's dying fast. So.
There's no RP. So Liquid, without one of their big ultimates for this, eye to eye side, red to lead in. Mathuma Man trying to focus down, finish the Roche. The Radiant will get the kill, but Mathuma Man did grab the Aegis.
Oh, Static Storm.
The setup is going to be beautiful here as he gets it to 3. Black in the midst of it. Sentry is down. Can they actually kill him? No. He got the Shadow Dance in time. Black survives. Turns towards Mathuma. Takes the Aegis out of his hands, and he gets nuts with these freezing fields in the midst of it all, calling Liquid to just spread. There's the Frostbite onto Mathuma. They're looking for the chase down. They've got the curse, but Burner slow through the magic immunity. Black has to be a little careful. Shadow Dance is available, but they can tank it up. Shrine doesn't matter. Mathuma Man to fall as well. And again, Faceless are just playing these team fights that little bit better than Liquid.
I felt like they thought they had to focus. Earth Spirit's a huge problem in these fights, but he's still silenced. Like during that,
Abaddon did 5k damage.
Well, okay, that's Radiance for you.
I guess with prolonged fights, it does add up.
And we saw that earlier with ROTK on the high ground hold against NP. Yeah, Abaddon having a Radiance actually wins this fight.
It sits there and is you know, doing the work. But I mean, this setup here. I mean, again, Black.
See the Slark.
They drop a sentry now. They drop a sentry now.
Okay,
but it's too late. The shield was already out.
I'm wondering, like, why did they focus Earth Spirit, not Slark, up in the silence? And yeah, they didn't have detection. The sentry was just out of range. It saw the Slark there. They focus him. They kill him. That's a guaranteed Slark kill in that silence. And the fact he's invis and there's no sentry, that wins Liquid. It may have been close. It may have been like a 50-50 fight because Abaddon's range is a really strong power point for him to be fighting at. But man, that was clutch. That Black is invis. He's been amazing with him on his slide.
He's stepping it up. But at the same time, we've got to remember, this is still a game where DH, top of the net worth, we've seen games, it feels like, that have been in a very bad situation for Liquid when they have the Naga. It's just so hard to write Liquid out of a game when GH is playing the Naga Siren. Yeah, faceless, they've still got a hell of a lot to go through if they wish to take this best of one. Top lane, we're going to see a bit of a solo kill. Looks like we are. Black finding Miracle out on his Lissum. And another kill to add to his tally, 7-0-5 on this slug so far.
Ice will continue to get his hands up. Going for an Ags, which is not conventional, well, at least right now. Like the current Abaddon build is more Octarines, Solar Crest, Low Storms. Like everything else up to this point is pretty normal, but the Ags is going to look to help out his team. If 2 or 3 of his teams get caught in this
RP,
you can save the Slark. The damage block is really, really nice. This is much more about protecting the Ember or the Slark if they get jumped on by a test bomb combo or you get caught in a static storm. If you're in the area, you just pop that ultimate, soak up a lot of the damage.
Nice high side. Just making some solar pushes down here.
Why not? He's about to hit level 20 as a... Speaking of peaks for Abaddon, that's definitely one of them. That cooldown reduction is crazy.
It's 3-2 as well.
Yeah, he's...
okay, backdoor protection kicking back in.
Just kidding.
Very, very low. Liquid... I'm going to come around here. I mean, Faceless, they do have 4 of them. Now, just deny the tower, but of course now, Faceless taking all outer towers off the map of Liquid.
I'm seeing Naga Lucian's place in some annoying spots. Like there's one between the tier 1, tier 2 top, one by the tier 3 mid. GH, watching his splits, definitely been great. Have to song TP away from this.
Do have the boulder smash. Oh my goodness, XY. Brilliant joggers. Been pulling off the plays that have really cemented this momentum that Faceless have built upon. And maybe not be yet. Tumma will jump out towards Jabs, but Jabs, he's got the backup of Ice. The boulder smashes onto Miracle. But Tumba will try for the TP after they have the damage. They don't. He'll get back. I believe he got chased in the base there.
Yeah, he's oh my gosh. Kura dies. That was over there. Was good to see that life stealer TP while he got changed, I guess.
They're ready to try and push up for the high ground. I mean, 3 heroes dead on Liquid.
10S shift, not greatest, but it's something. And there's 3 cores dead.
Got the curse.
You don't really want to... Naga doesn't have... It's a level 2 song, so it's quite a long cooldown. 4 minutes without sleep. They've probably seen that. They're like, wait, this Naga's not level 18. We're fine. They can't sleep us. They've got no song into Static Storm combo.
My goodness. That boulder smash from XY pretty much allowing the sequence of events to happen.
Where was this Faceless in the group stage? They have stepped it up here in the main event. They're such a... This is like the BO1 team, you know. All the big matches they've won at international lands have always been BO1s. They did it at Dota. They haven't won this game, as you mentioned. It's the Naga
There's
game.
There's a Naga Siren.
It's looking good right now.
Yeah, it really is. This is certainly what... The place that I feel Faceless would have wanted to be. They're 29 minutes in to have the sort of control, as we can see, as we keep mentioning, obviously GH at the top, but then you've got Black, Ice, and Jabs quickly behind. I mean, Black as well. You've got to consider we're 30 minutes into a game, and this is a Slark that's only 500 gold behind a Naga Siren who had a very good Radiance timing. That
was the key thing. It's 3 cores all getting a lot of farm on the side of Faceless. For Liquid, GH soaks up farm in all 3 lanes. Like their Magnus is dirt poor, 9.5k net worth. Matu is under farm. This is the result of having a Naga in your team, is that your cores do not get as farm. They've also tried to be focused like on going for these rotations, trying to create space for Naga, but at some point you just can say like, we don't need to create space for Naga. She can create space for us. Let Naga create room for Lifestealer, for Mag to actually get some items. They need items for this game to go into the late game. You can't just be the Naga. There's the armor for the Ember. This is definitely nice. The free plate mail against the Slider Lifestealer will help a lot in terms of survivability. Gets him up to close to 30 armor now.
Looks like Liquid will be able to get themselves an objective with this push down onto the tier 2. So though, Aghanims is now complete.
Run in, doesn't really have to be afraid of all too much.
And next team fight could be very hard for them. I mean, how do you play around this Aghanims Abaddon?
Kind of got to ignore him. Try catch him in the silence with a +1. Like, you don't want to focus him in the silence, but you want to catch him and then like the core hero ideally.
Oh, baited. Fake TP cancel there.
Not sure. There wasn't really any radiant vision.
Yeah, didn't have any vision. I guess it was just. Okay. I probably shouldn't TP here into the darkness.
Yeah, it's. I mean, Liquid have held control of this Radiant jungle sometime. Ember at bottom. No silence for us. Yeah, Jabal. Yeah, he slides, he gets out. He's not messing around. And would show themselves, so they reveal what like Faceless already had a pretty good idea of.
Faceless could try and force them to back up. I mean, these racks are exposed.
Yeah.
Jab seeping in with a boosted travel, but yeah, they're going to get a bit of pressure back onto the racks for the permanent racks damage to at least try and take the thing.
Going for the range, knowing that they know they're going to get a response here. The setup is pretty scary, and they're expecting to be repelled, so they're going for the reliable damage. Get a range racks if possible. If not, who cares? It's permanent damage. Back off, farm. Yeah, they're already drawing lines. Push out this bottom lane. Ice is telling his team, and they're circling the jungle, like probably saying, "Let's deward this. Let's farm it." Like right now, I think Faceless don't care if this is late game. They should. Yes, Naga is a good late game carry. Very annoying. Split pushes the whole map, but if you've got 3 cores against a Naga, you will beat the Naga in late game, and that is what it feels like right now. Lifestealer would, if he was on par with Slark and Farm, he'd be fine late game. He gets the power, he gets the Slaughter amp damage to work with him, but he's struggling. He's struggling to keep up. He's getting a lot of farm taken away because Naga illusions are pushing every lane. That's your job as a Naga, but the end result is that Matu is not finding the farm he needs.
GH with that Octarine completion. Picks it straight up as well out of hand, 6k gold in the bank. So, I mean, this game, the ultimate test for Faceless, beating this Naga Tyrant. As we've said, they're certainly building up the power that's required to be able to do so. But GH's Naga pretty much flawless in the group stage. And here on the main stage, certainly he himself still having a very similar level of performance. He's had the space. I mean, granted, his team has certainly been creating it for him. And he has not messed up at all with what that space has provided him.
It's been a flawless game. Like, talk about Matu being under farm. There is no like, oh, it's not like a scenario. Oh, GH gives some farm to Matu. It's like he's meant to be farming kills. That's why he's got half the CS of the Naga. He had like 220 to Naga's 380 CS or something, you know. But he's been getting kills. He's been active. If Lifestealer had found like a similar amount of kills and involvement as the Slark, it'd be a very different case in terms of net worth.
Smoke up and go here from the side of Faceless. The line's been drawn. It's straight into the hands of Liquid. Can Liquid get the jump? GH on the front lines pops the song. Only catches the CM though, because on the sidelines, Faceless already trying to chase down Miracle. Miracle still with my man inside and blinks away back to safety.
Very split fight, and Liquid, yeah, they don't want anything to do with.
Someone needs to help Nuts. I mean, he's got a. Really needs to help Nuts. Jabbed. He's there. We'll be able to live another day.
Dirty Naga hands off Nuts.
Well, look at these lanes, kind of pressure. That bottom lane is especially.
Yep.
Mid lane starting to work back in favor of Faceless. They come down the mid lane, Black. Let's try and see if we can find something on the back of this.
Not something, I mean, Faceless can slowly kill it, but last time it was Liquid who forced the fight around it. They're the ones with the Slaughter Lifestealer, but considering Faceless' map control and their vision, the vision is the big thing here. They've got such good control and high ground ward around the Roche pit, so very difficult for Liquid to maneuver around this area. Yeah, let's say Slaughter has to have a gem at this stage, but it's a great ward spot. The cliff ward not being scouted, being spotted just yet, and very unlikely to be scouted unless it's a very uncommon ward spot. We may be seeing more of it after a game like this, because that ward right now is giving tons of info for Faceless. This is giving them full vision of what Liquid are up to.
Might even see the smoke if they go for it. They do have one.
Oh my god, that is such an MVP ward.
They do, yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, absolutely, as you're saying.
Ice will just run at him.
Yep, we know you got a smoke here, boys. Hello.
What's the plan, he says?
I mean, he's going very YOLO here. He's got his axe. He don't care. Jabs, ready to make the fight happen.
Oh, Ice
Look, they haven't managed to take Miracle. Yeah, Ice, the YOLO is probably not going to pay off. He'll try and run his way away. He's not going to make it. 1-for-1 at the moment. Jabs is trapped in the Static Storm and Black and XY. The tag team turn up. They'll take down Matuma, turn towards Kuroki, cancelling the TP there with the Searing Chains. Again, Faceless. You have lost Ice, but he certainly died for a good cause.
Yeah, he scouted everything. Perhaps a bit too YOLO. It's one of those. Abaddon's such a weird hero to play. You think you're unkillable, and you kind of are for a little while, but Song is a great way to waste the borrowed time. And he's got down to like 50 HP before his ultimate even triggered from some kind of burst damage there, so very close to not even getting his ultimate off, it looked like. But as it stands, they're ready to force the high ground. They want to get back work on this range.
Range down.
Also, immediately, there is RP still, and Blink Skewer is pretty damn annoying to push into as well.
Miracle with the first crush. Very, very slippery. BKB, Shadow Dust and Silver Edge, all available off cooldown. The fortification will come out. Black questioning whether he can finish that melee racks, but it looks like they are going to respect the fact that Liquid are back up and
the creep
they've got it so low.
Look at the illusions, the Naga illusions, mid, top, every single way being scared. I think the backdoor protection was going to kick in at mid, so they actually couldn't continue hitting it once they vacate. And the racks will heal back up, so not the end of the world. I mean, for Faceless, they're still perfectly happy. They're winning the fights, they're getting the kills. They took a range rack. It's still some money. It's not really a key objective. Like the lane push is pretty unnoticeable. Even a melee rack this stage wouldn't be a big deal because you're using a Naga, but it's progress and it's further farm for them.
But as we said, they really need to kill this Naga. They can push whilst GH is allowed to do this.
Had some, I mean, they've had some really nice pickoffs on her with that long range boss match.
Black leading.
Whoa.
Disperse the smoke of Kuro. Just comes out. Immediate blink back from Miracle. Just in time as well before the missed connects.
Black pings out where the wards are. He's scouted them now, so should be able to swoop in and ward that pretty easily. But very tense around this Roche pit. Liquid want to try and get a pick so they can secure it for themselves.
Now Black's going to try and play his way around this vision. He knows he's there towards the north.
Just like, I do not want to go on this bad.
Both teams, I mean, Liquid actually being very careful about how they initiate. GH does now have his butterfly as well, so as we keep saying, this Naga Siren now 6k ahead of the slot. Like it's getting bigger and better. That difference for GH lead that he has.
Definitely. Oh, escapes just in time from the. I thought he had a Shadow Blade, but that's a very poor slider. So we talked about how Matu and Control was struggling to become Miracle as a full position slider. This is where you can normally see like a Blink Midas. He can't even. One thing, he's not money for a Midas, but for another, it's like he's can't get Force. He can't get like a. You want to Shadow Blade this game so you can actually catch heroes like Ember and Slark with a Shadow Blade initiation. Very difficult for him to find anything. Casual mech for Magnus, that's a surprising pickup, but I imagine he wants the Greaves to get out of the silence from Earth Spirit or even getting out of like a Searing Paint. So yeah, he's already actually up the Greaves, but a bit of an odd way out of that.
Found GH, Black. Actually getting the and he's not going to get away safely. BKB up and back, allowing him to fight through the song. Again.
An attempted boulder smash from afar, but GH wasn't TPing. He was just going for the safe play. So that is the 10-second KB, was it? I want to say.
Yeah, that was the first shoot. Actually, didn't know he used. Yeah, it was the first. Yeah, it was the first shoot. Yeah.
We'll see if it secures them Roshan, because they kill Roche at a pretty slow pace with their draft, and Naga Illusions will constantly harass. So I don't think they can Roche. Disruptor, short respawn time, and also just not a big kill. Really worthy pickup, but you take it. I guess saying like my DKB duration in this game doesn't matter so much, but I don't think. I think I may have some slight regrets about that, but not the biggest deal. Level 25 approaching for him at a pretty fast rate. We'll be looking at probably the stats. Not the biggest here to be hitting level 25. Not a bad game for the Pounce Leash, but Lifestealer can always rage out of it. Oh, and Abaddon actually already hit level 25. This is such a scary time. I mean, Abaddon in the front line.
Yeah.
It's 500 HP barrier that you can just constantly reapply.
Again, Black. Look at the backlines. Will find Miracle.
Oh, that shield damage is just insane.
It's actually going to get glimpsed back here. They don't have to control that. Again. Too slippery. For them to go straight up.
Trying to bait a BKB, I think, with that glimpse, because he didn't even static storm. Perhaps it was he might waste the BKB again.
Back and they go. Size drain onto the Rex. Will get skewed away from his team. No, use the slip. I mean, just secure the Abaddon kill.
They made him die.
What's Black's play here?
Yeah.
He turns.
Sack.
Runs. You're on ice.
This is what's going to be the story of this game. The Liquid ability to defend high ground. This is skewer, the RP potential. Yes, your Abaddon is invincible in ultimate, but Song is being constantly used for it. for it, and I think it's with good reason. You don't need to use the song as a setup anymore. You've got plenty of stuns to set Stack Storm with the Slather Crush, the Nair, the Magnus RP. Use that song purely to waste the borrowed time.
Black.
That's them, so
Yeah,
you
he's got to be wary of this. Miracle and Summer Man, and they gear up for a pick. Actually looking towards Roshan. And where to take it. Certainly bring him down.
So you don't buy back a bad, and I think this is just bad. Also feels like the stage of the game we just want to hold that buyback.
Black questioning if he can go for some sort of a play. Just go for the D ward. And he himself's going to head towards the pit. Jab. I'm thinking about going. Here's make it dire. Take Roshan to my man with the Aegis. Jet is going to be caught. And almost certainly taken out. They get him out. They cannot. Liquid will take him. And maybe even move forward for more here. Nuts. Ooh, hiding behind that tree.
What a sneaky little depth. Nuts is just such a good support player. His positioning and like map sense and awareness is just insane, but ultimately, great individual play aside, that's a big win for Liquid. Securing Roche, getting the Ember kill, really nicely done. Ember tried to hold his and just fight with the Miona. Miona was doing some serious damage there, but a bit of help with the TM freezing field. He came